This was $3. It's a decent ketchup. There's no reason why I should be making my own, except for the fact that the ketchup I'm gonna make today is the best ketchup you will ever have in your life. It's not really ketchup. Of course it's ketchup. What are you talking about? I mean, how could you even call it ketchup? It's ketchup. It's just a little different. Ketchup. What do you mean? I mean, I make this all the time. This is the best ketchup you'll ever have. Why do you even got to? What do you? Hey friends, my name is George Gianaris. I'm a chef of 36 years, and I know if you're here, it's because you want to eat healthy, save money, and cook like a pro. Today I'm gonna teach you how to make a ketchup that you've never had in your life, and you can't even really call it ketchup. I know someone's gonna say, that's not ketchup. It just tastes fantastic. Trust me, you gotta give this a try. And the funny thing about this recipe, it happened by accident. That kind of happens to me a lot. I released a video, the link's up there. It's also in the description down below. It's called chicken chai latte. My wife called me over to doctor a dish that she messed up on, and it became the most amazing Asian dish we've ever had in our lives. We make it to this day. You really need to check out that video. It's hysterical, and it's just a nice little sample of what you can do if you just spend time experimenting in the kitchen. Today we're gonna make this ketchup that I call ketchup, and it's unique. Let's get to it. Let's start off with 2 organic sweet Spanish onions. Not so easy to find. You're gonna cut them up, just keep it uniform. It doesn't matter how you cut them. And then we're gonna take 8 cloves of organic garlic, smash them up really, really good, smear them around a little bit, and then chop them up kind of coarsely. We need 10 sprigs of thyme, and we're gonna tie them up so we can fish them out later. 1 can of 28-ounce San Marzano tomatoes and 6 ounces of organic tomato paste. Now, I know it looks like there's a lot of ingredients in this, and don't worry, because the recipe's online, written out for you. I use Better Than Bouillon chicken and beef base, and we're gonna need 1.5 cups of whatever organic base you want of both chicken and 1.5 cups of beef. We're gonna take a liberal dose of olive oil and saute up our onions with 2 teaspoons of Celtic sea salt, my favorite, followed by 1/4 teaspoon of fresh ground organic ground pepper, and you want it to kind of brown nicely. We're gonna add our garlic to that, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon organic, and 1 teaspoon of hot spicy Hungarian paprika. Stir that all around. We tie up our thyme, and we're gonna throw that into the batch there. Use our chicken base and our beef base to cover everything up. To that, we're gonna add our 28 ounces of San Marzano tomatoes, as well as 6 ounces of organic tomato paste. We're going to take 10 organic sulfur-free apricots, along with 10 organic Turkish figs, and 1 full cup of organic dehydrated mangoes, no sugar added. This gets covered and it's popped in the oven at 325 degrees for about 2.5 to 3 hours. But you gotta keep an eye on it because you don't want all that liquid to dehydrate. I had this in the oven for about 2.5 hours. Normally I would put it in the oven for 3 hours, but I noticed that a lot of the liquid kind of went away, so I didn't want to lose all of that. Now we just let it cool off a little bit, and you have choices here. You can put it in a container and then emulsify it, or you can put it in a Vitamix, and that's what I'm gonna do. Put this in a shallow pan, no deeper than maybe 2 inches. Put it in the fridge until it cools. You want to put it in like a to-go container, or you can put them in Ziploc bags and freeze it. In the fridge, it's gonna last about, I would give it about a week. This ketchup is a lot of fun. You can put it on a burger. You can put it on its bun. You can put it on fries. I tell you, no lies. Crap. Did I just sound like Dr. Seuss? I'm gonna go to hell, right? I'm going to hell. So when you think of ketchup, what do you think of? Burgers, fries, hot dogs, things like that. You're not thinking fish. But the beautiful thing about this ketchup is because it's so fruit dominant that you could put it on a piece of seafood and it would give it a unique, tangy, citrusy taste. Check out these awesome fries. I made these in the oven, and I have a video on how to make the crispiest fries you'll ever have. The link to that is up above. Let's try it with this ketchup. The mangoes give it the tanginess. It replaces the need for a vinegar, which we're typically used to in ketchup. This is truly an outstanding thing. What does it cost? It's pricey. I would say if you had to do a 32 ounces, probably run you around $8. Much more expensive than even organic ketchup. But what a difference. And don't forget, you can use this on so many different types of food. As I mentioned earlier, you can even put it on fish. Kick it up with a little spice and you have the best barbecue sauce you have ever had. Forget about a plain pork chop, put a little bit on that. And let's not forget chicken. It will make your chicken unbelievable. So let me answer a few questions that I know are probably on your mind right now. Is it ketchup? Yes, for all intents and purposes, when you consume this, you're gonna start tasting it, you're gonna say, oh, this is a really excellent ketchup, and then it's gonna finish differently. You'll be like, what kind of ketchup is this? And that's the beauty of it. Secondly, the fact that this ketchup is made with fruit and not with sugar or corn syrup makes it a little healthier for you. At least for me, I do better with fructose when I consume sweets than I do with consuming sugars and corn syrup, which I avoid almost entirely. So for that reason alone, it does have an added benefit and it's worth the cost. I believe it is. Plus just the dimensionality of it. You can use it on so many different foods besides your traditional dishes that require ketchup, like fries and hot dogs and burgers and things of that nature. And finally, if you looked at the thumbnail and you're wondering what's the deal with ketchup, I put these letters together every time I do a video and I didn't have a C or a P. So I put black tape on that, and that's back there. You can maybe see it. It's actually ketchup with black electrical tape on it. Anyway, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for leaving a comment down below and sharing this video, and we'll see you again soon.